Welcome back to LX New York. Now, never brush your teeth in front of your spouse, never go to bed angry. Just a few sage pieces of advice for a lasting marriage. But what do people really think makes their relationship work? We asked around.
Do I have any secrets to a lasting marriage?
You don't want to know.
I think the secret of a lasting marriage is the sense of humor.
You have to be very tolerant.
I would say communication, first of all. Laughing together, a lot. Laughter.
You know, you might not want to do something, but you do it for your partner and your family's sake to make it work.
Know the person that you're marrying before you marry them.
My parents' advice?
My parents never had good advice, let alone about marriage.
My mother's was, don't do anything that to give to the guy before you were married.
I don't think my parents have. I think we've done it naturally all on our own.
I learned what not to do from my parents, if that's a good enough answer.
Oh, not such votes for the parents there. All right, well, some fun ones. Ladies Home Journal beauty and lifestyle editor Erica Metzger is here to help make this year the year to get your relationships on track, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So who did you talk to for this? It's in this month's, it's in the February issue. So you talked to bartenders, you said,
Yeah, we talked to
therapists.
lots of relationship experts to get their one tip on how to make a marriage last and add longevity to a relationship.
The divorce rate is so high right now. You really think these little tips can help a relationship?
Absolutely. They can really, it's things that sustain a relationship. You know, you focus so much on meeting each other and forming that bond, but it's these little things that add life to your marriage.
These secrets, okay. And the first secret you said, actually, is to have a secret between you. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, secrets can be good, and the key here is that they would be an inside joke maybe you would have between you and your partner, something that maybe it's like a little wink to each other that no one else knows about. It forms that bond of intimacy between you and your mate.
Right, so something to laugh about together.
Exactly.
Okay, and then you said keep your bedroom a sanctuary. Does that mean like no kids' toys in there?
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. We got a really cute piece of advice from an author who actually puts a sign on her bedroom door. Basically, the bedroom's a sanctuary, and it says, Mom and Dad off duty, do not disturb unless there's a fire, flood, or lots of blood. And I mean, that's a bit of an extreme, but the other idea here, too, is maybe you need a little space from your partner. So one couple actually gave us a story where they've been together 30 years, and they credit it to having separate bathrooms.
Ah, yes, that is key. I believe in that. Okay, and then third secret, you say celebrate your individuality. So, in other words, you know, if your husband's a sports fan, but you love to go to the movies and he doesn't, it's okay to do things separately?
Absolutely. It's, you know, your common interests bring you together, but it's also your differences that make you desirable to your partner. So you really do want to explore those. And if you're a book reader, join a book club. You can leave your husband at home. It's okay. And and that's true for keep your girlfriends, go see them, and go out, have a night out.
Everyone's always annoyed by those couples that are like attached at the hip, you know, when the girl brings the guy on the girls' night, and you're like, what's he doing here?
Have a night to yourself.
So I agree with that one. Do your own thing. And you say stop to consider before you say no. To what? Anything?
Well, you know, the knee-jerk reaction sometimes is a flat out no, but keep the lines of communication open. We heard a really funny story from an author who said, you know, maybe your husband wants to spice it up in the bedroom and wants to have a conversation about the
Say yes to the French maid costume?
You know what? Have a conversation about it. He's going to think you're really cool that you're open to it, and you might want to do it. Who knows? But it doesn't just apply to the bedroom. This could be where you're going to go on vacation, what movies you're going to go see, where you're going to eat for dinner that night.
Right. Okay. And then this is an interesting one. This came from Dennis Leary's wife, Ann, and she says stop thinking about forever, which is interesting because when you got married, you kind of committed to forever.
Yeah. Here we're talking about tips to last forever, right? It sounds counterintuitive.
What does she mean by that?
She means really instead of focusing on all those little pesky behaviors, maybe the pet peeves that your husband has or your wife, can I put up with this? Just decide it's okay for now. And that piece of advice has lasted her and Dennis for 27 years, so there's definitely something to it.
So don't think of the big picture, too much pressure.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Valentine's Day coming up, some good tips. Thank you so much for stopping by and pick up Ladies Home Journal. Sarah, over to you.
Thanks, Megan. Forever with a French maid costume. That is a scary picture for me. All right, Maria sits down with the latest contestant.